What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on something a little bit different. We're going to be installing the illuminated door seals on this 2020 Toyota Prius Prime. Now don't worry guys, I know what you're thinking. I still have the Land Cruiser. I haven't given up on it yet. However, I'm going to be posting all my Land Cruiser stuff on Tuesdays as I usually do, and everything else on Thursdays. Everything else includes this Prius behind me that I just purchased, and also trail reviews and maybe even some scooter stuff if you guys are interested, so stay tuned. So for this video, I'm going to be installing the Toyota factory illuminated door seals on the 2020 Prius Prime. Now I believe it's the same for a regular Prius, also 2017 and up, so basically the current generation. All the tools and the parts that I use in this video will be listed in the description down below, so make sure you go ahead and check that out. Just like usual, at the end of the video, I'll have some tips and tricks to make the install a little bit easier, and what I would have done differently if I had known how the install was going to go. Now let's get right to it. So here are the illuminated door seals for the Prius. They come in this nice little box. I'm gonna get it open. And this guy, there is some zip ties and some little mats, plus the little T connections. The rears, which are not illuminated. That's the rear right there. It's actually a nice aluminum piece. It's got some double-sided tape on the back. It's pretty nice. And then, that's the other side for the rear. This is the front piece. This is the piece that's going to be a little bit trickier. This guy right here, look how nice it looks. And then we have the wire right here that needs to be connected. So this is going to be the tricky part. So let me show you how it's done. I also got this guy, which is the side splitter. Huge box, you can see it reaches all the way to the front of the Land Cruiser. If you guys want to see me install this guy, I'll make a video, comment down below. This is where the wire harness goes. You can see there's a little dip right here, and this piece of the weather stripping is a lot softer because that's where you're supposed to run the wire through. So now that we've taken off this first piece and loosened the weather stripping, we know where the wire is going to go because this part is extremely soft. It's not reinforced or anything like the rest. This is harder right here, and this is just like rubber. The wire's going to go through here. But before we do that, we also need to take this guy off. Now let's see if you can see that. This guy has one little, I guess it's like a nut or a bolt that goes right there. It's not too tight. You can get it with your hand. Let's see if it will unscrew for me. Working on brand new cars is really nice. Nothing's broken, nothing's stuck. That pulls out. Pulls out like that, nice and gentle. Ta-da! I think there was supposed to be a clip. Yep. See this blue clip right here? That needs to come back out and place back into here because I was supposed to pull it out like this. So let me get that guy out. Okay, there's a little blue clip. Now what you want to do is just get some long needle nose pliers and get it back out like so. So what you do with the little blue clip, see this piece right here, it goes in like this, snaps it back in place. So then when you reinstall this, you line up this hole with that stud right here. So it goes like this in and then snap in like this. So
this we'll put to the side. Okay, after you take the side kick panel piece off, you will need to remove this bottom black piece underneath the glove box. This is the glove box right here. So it's right here to gain access to the footwell lights. And all you do on these guys, you see there's like little clips right here. You just push the whole piece back. It bends really easy, so it goes like that. Piece is back. Push it back. There it goes. Comes down, and you can pull it out. And this is going to be the footwell light that you'll need access to. So unplug this guy for now. If you're highly skilled, you can do it with one hand. If you're like me, you might need two. Yeah, I'm gonna need two hands, hold on. So this is the piece underneath the glove box. It basically goes in like this and then clips up. So what you wanna do when you try to remove it, pull down the part that's closer to the seat and then slide it forward. That's it, easy. So next step, according to the manual, is install this little Ttap piece where this piece goes, where the footlight harness is, and you just basically match up the color. Very simple. However, in the manual itself, it's a different type of Ttap where you can actually hook it up to here first, to the harness first, and then plug in the rest of the you plug in this guy later. However, on this type of Ttap, I don't know if you can see it, you actually have to put both wires in before you squeeze it down and it makes the connection. So what I think I'm gonna do, instead of trying to fiddle with all this, is actually put the door seal down first and then run the wires and then tap everything together. First step, you want to clean off the door sill area as good as it can, because on this model of Prius, which is the 2020, and I think like it's 2017 and up, same body style, it doesn't have the factory, little plastic piece that doesn't illuminate, so there are no holes here. It actually attaches by double-sided tape. So the cleaner you get the door seal, the better it's going to stick. I'll wipe it down, Windex, nothing too harsh. Probably just water is okay, but get up in there. So according to the manual, you are supposed to locate the rear harness clip, measure 1 inch and a quarter back, put down your blue tape, and this is where the edge of the door seal is supposed to go. And you'll know if you did it wrong because this soft piece won't line up with the harness. So you can see mine is soft right here, the weather stripping. That's exactly where the harness is supposed to go. So this is pretty much where it's going to go. Next step, take off the double-sided tape right here and stick it on. Now that we got the door sill stuck on here pretty good, next is to install this guy, and this is the little bridge piece that goes over the pinch weld so your harness doesn't get cut if you accidentally step on it. So I'm guessing it goes right around here somewhere, like that, and then you run your wire through. sure it's not tangled, sitting flat. Like so. Next, you'll need a little bit of electrical tape, tiny little piece. I'm going to stick the wire onto the bridge. That way it doesn't move around. So pull the stripping back down. This guy can come out. Right there. Now let's run the harness. Okay, so now that we've got the door sill in place, we ran the wire through the front harness clip. After that, you're going to get your large foam piece, and we're going to wrap it around this fuse case for the door sill light. Now, the reason for this is you just don't want it to rattle against anything. So it's double-sided tape, basically. It's got a sticky back. Well, no, yeah, it's a sticky back piece of foam. Just pull that guy off, and then wrap it around your piece. There we go. Now when it rattles around, it won't make any sound.
So they gave us this little wire tease. Now how you use these guys is one end is for a wire to go completely through. The other end is blocked on the other side. So what that means is for the wire that goes completely through, you want to use the harness and just slip it in like this. After that, before you crimp it down, you put the same coordinating color through the other side, and notice it's blocked on one side, so it only goes in so far. Once you get everything in place, you push the little metal tab down and it holds it down. You wrap this guy around. So the only issue with this guy is that these things are really bulky, and there's only this much wire to work with, because you've got one for the pink one and one for the green wire. You'll just have to make sure that you line them up properly so you have room for both. Either way, it's going to be a tight fit, so let's see what happens. Pink wire first. Pink wire. Pink wire goes in. All the way in. And then it's time to push this guy down. Like so. Pinches. Oops. Fell out. That's what you don't want to do, is have it fall back out. If that's the case, pull the metal tab back up. Make sure the wire is all the way in. Pinch it down. I use these pliers there. Help. Push down the metal tab. There we go. And then, in theory, we're supposed to be able to wrap this around. See how it's a tight fit? Like you've got one wire done right here. You've still got the green wire to go, so I'm gonna try. Green wire through like this. Side of the green wire goes through the hole. Push it all the way in until it stops. Push down the crimp. Use your friend the pliers. Sure, the metal tab is nice and flat. Then I think you're home free. Now all we gotta do is wrap these guys up in that foam stuff so it doesn't rattle around. So they give you 4 of these big pieces of foam sticky thing. But for this guy, I believe it'd be better if we foamed up each little red connector by itself, because if we just wrapped it like this,
the connector on connector might make a little rattle noise. So I'm going to cut these guys into half and then tape them off one by one.
Do the pink one first. There's the pink one. Then let's do the green one.
Guess I really should have checked if the connection was good before I taped all this up, but oh well. We'll see right now. Okay, so I think I got everything connected. I've got the zip ties on, strapping the door sill light to the main harness. It goes around the back of this big connector. I think it's for the ECU. It goes up, zip tied it right here. And then once again right here where the fuse is. And then of course we've got the connector for the Footwell light. So now I gotta put everything back in, but I don't know if you can see this or not. This guy is already on. You can check it by pushing your door open sensor. Oh wait, it stays on. Never mind, I have the other door on. But yeah, doesn't that look cool? Okay, before I put everything back together, it looks like I am missing one of these clips. This one goes right here, and of course it's still stuck on the body. Let's take it back out. There we go. This guy, oops, there we go. Slide it back into the slot. You're ready to install everything. I thought there was a little overlapping issue right here, but that's exactly how it's supposed to be. There's no indentation on the back one like there is this one. This is really nice and smooth. This one, there's a little overlap, but that's just exactly how it is. And as you can see, the light is already on. Yay! Now to do the driver's side. Just kidding, passenger side rear now. So I've already marked where I want to stick this door seal. Again, it's just double-sided tape on one side. This one actually doesn't even have any wires or lights up or anything, so it just kind of sticks on and you're done. The measurement, a little bit interesting as far as instruction goes. You want to put the first piece of tape down where the crease ends. This crease right here. So it goes all the way up. I have really fat tape, so the crease ends roughly right about here. From here, you want to measure 1 1/4 inch down to here. So if you do 1 1/4 inch from there, it's roughly right where I have the second piece of tape, and that is where we're going to tape this guy down. So roughly right around there.
Down on that side.
There we go, rear door sill. So now it's for the driver side turn. The dismantle of this piece, this kick panel piece, and the top piece is more or less the same right here. This is a stupid alarm that the dealership installed. The car system, I think it's this guy right here. But I don't know if it's useful or not. If you guys know more about this thing, let me know in the comments down below. Like, should I take this out? Should I leave it in there? What does it do? Yeah, but let me dismantle everything and I'll see if there's anything different. So I got the I guess like the kick panel out, the one on the side out, and I'm just working on this one underneath. I believe there should be, it doesn't come off as easy as the passenger side where it just kind of, you peel it back, because there are two screws. There's one right here and one over here that you'll need to remove first. Once you remove it, it should slide right out. Some of the lights. And here is our little Footwell light plug, just like on the passenger side. And I believe this is the harness that we need. Looks like something's been teed in here. It's probably that silly aftermarket alarm system. Maybe I'll rip that out. Okay, so as you can see, the driver's side is also installed and it's already lighting up. The wire harness has been run through here with the little bridge and some electrical tape on top so it doesn't move. Zip ties have been applied, and you know the pointy side of the zip ties, after you cut them, I usually like to push them down so that way, you know, in case you need to work on the car at a future date, you don't cut yourself up. Zip tie, I ran it all the way behind the connectors again, zip tied it up here, and we've got the wire right here, the little fuse box that's wrapped in the foam, zip tied right here, and then connected with the T's right here again with the foam. These wires were the gray and white, so you can't really mix them up with the passenger side. If you mix them up, then you've got other issues. But now let's put everything back together and we should be done. And there we go. There is the finished product, the illuminated door sills on a 2020 Prius Prime, all installed. Everything fit back together just amazingly. Yeah, I think we need a night shot.
And that's it for the illuminated door sill install on a 2020 Toyota Prius Prime. The actual install was a lot easier than I expected. The most difficult part would be just measuring where the door seals were supposed to sit. If Toyota had the pre-cut holes just like they did in the previous generation, it would have been a lot easier. As far as what I would have done differently, As you guys saw, the install was pretty straightforward. There wasn't much that wasn't included in the kit. However, the wire connections to the Footwell harness, those wire tees are really bulky. If I had to do it all over again, I would probably splice some regular butt connectors on there with some shrink tube. It would be a lot slimmer. It'd look a lot nicer, a lot cleaner too. So this was my first video on the 2020 Toyota Prius. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. That way I know my efforts aren't going to waste and someone out there is enjoying the videos. And if you want to see more Prius or Land Cruiser videos, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.